It's okay. It's okay. Shh. I consider all you guys like family, and I want to introduce you to somebody. I just brought my baby boy home from the hospital. He weighs 38 ounces. He's approximately 5 inches long by 10 millimeter. Shh, go ahead, shh. It's okay, it's okay. I'm gonna name him Smith Wesson Locker. Booyah! The 10 millimeter has arrived. The Smith & Wesson 1006. Did you really think I was having a baby? Come on now. Let's head out to the range. Oh yeah, by the way. Guys, today we're out here at the range with the Smith & Wesson 1006. As you seen earlier in the video, my baby boy has come home. This is the 10 millimeter by Smith & Wesson, old school. Made from 1990 to 1995. Part of a series that was made for the FBI. I don't know if any of you remember the famous shootout in 1986 called the basically 1986 FBI Miami shootout. It was the bloodiest day in FBI history, and the cops were severely outgunned, and shortly after that the FBI went to a 10 millimeter pistol. They ended up going with the 1076, which is a 4.5 inch barrel. This is a 5 inch barrel. They also, on the 1076 model, instead of the slide mounted decocker, they went with a frame mounted decocker. They also didn't have the, they did not have the bobbed hammer. They it ended up being flush. You could not pull it back for a single action shot. There was 6 guns in the series of 10 millimeters, but shortly after they were produced, the FBI decided not to continue with the 10 millimeter, and they went to the 40 Smith & Wesson. I guess they all had a bunch of girl hands and couldn't handle the recoil. I'm just kidding. Just kidding, FBI. All that stuff that you see at home behind me, that's all a mirage. None of that's real. So, I love you, FBI. But today we're gonna fire the very first shots through this gun. I want to thank Jerry out in Billings, Montana for selling me this gun. Great guy. He gave me an opportunity to own a piece of history, and I want to dedicate this video to Jerry out in Billings, Montana. Thank you, sir. All right, let's put together our very first shots ever with the Smith & Wesson 1006. They single stack 9 round capacity, so it's a 9+1. Actually, I had the decocker still on, so it didn't bring back the hammer. That's another feature. If you have the decocker on and you rack the slide, it will chamber one, but it will not pull back the hammer, and it'll keep a dead trigger. So it's kind of a, I guess it's kind of cool, kind of a decent little feature. All right, here we go. Wow, I absolutely love it. To give you a little story, a channel called Ebomi, he's a huge 10mm fan, old school 80s, 90s Smith & Wesson auto fan. He turned me onto this gun. He did a video about 7 years ago, and really Justin Opinion, another channel, Justin Opinion, he is another guy that's an old school Smith fan, likes 10mm, and after watching the two of them for a pretty long time now, 4 or 5 years, I have fell in love with these old Smith & Wessons, and I'm starting to collect them myself, and 10mm is now my favorite cartridge. Let's do some more shooting. So I started off aiming at the bullseye, and I didn't even see the shots. They didn't even hit the target. And then I started aiming about 12 o'clock, and that's when I put these in there. And then you got 3 here. Oh, okay, there's a couple down here. So they shot low. But really smooth shooter, really enjoyed it. Now that I think I know where to hold, let's go for the top target. So there was 26,978 models produced of the 1006. The FBI version, the 1076, it was a little over 13,000. And then there's 4 other models, 1026, 1046, 1066, and 1086. Some of those only had 151 models produced. There's one that's like 5,000. I think there's one that's 1,500, you know, so not a lot of these around, but very interesting, very cool firearms. We're just using some Full Metal Jacket target ammo. Bottom target. Not a lot of recoil with this gun because it's a heavy, real gun. It's funny, a 5906 I've had forever, that it was in my favorite pistol video that I got from my buddy who passed away. I was always like, man, it's just too heavy. I really wasn't a fan of it for a long time. And now I guess that I'm an old man, I'm really liking the real heavy, normal, you know, just real well-built firearms. So I still have my polymers, and I always will, but I have a new respect for all stainless, all steel firearms that have some weight to them. Just, you know, they don't make a lot like this anymore. These were some of the most reliable pistols on the planet. Law enforcement strictly only carried guns like this. So anyways, we'll do a little bit more shooting. This time we're going to try a little rapid fire, see if we can get all the shots on steel. We have 7 rounds in this mag. Well, we got all 7 on there. This gun is quickly moving its way up to being one of my favorites for sure. Just awesome, man. Just really awesome. Super happy to have it. Oh yeah. I got one more little thing I want to show you, kind of a sneak peek. We got another 10mm that's made its way into the family. I'm going to give you a sneak peek on this one. That is the Remington 1911 R1. Actually, we got a misfire. Hold on a second. I didn't realize that. Let's see what happened here. It didn't chamber the next round. Anyways, the Remington, let me make sure it's clear. Yep. The Remington 1911 R1 Hunter in 10mm with a 6-inch barrel, 6-inch slide. Just giving you a quick preview of one of the new 10mm that'll be coming. I have yet to try it in double action. I've been messing around with the single all this time, so let's see what the double action's like. We'll use the decocker and we'll go double action on the first shot here. Threw the double action down at the bottom, and then we did all right after that on the single action. The double action did throw me off a little bit. It's not a bad double action trigger though. It just, I don't know, I guess I just wasn't ready for it. Guys, I want to thank you guys all for coming out today and watching Gun Locker 75 and checking out the Smith & Wesson 1006 with me. Let me know if you have any questions or comments on the Smith & Wesson series in 10mm. I'm going to try to get either the 1066 or the 1076 is my next goal to add to the collection. These things aren't cheap though. If you get a chance to check one of these out, definitely do so. Beautiful handgun, absolutely love it. And like I said earlier in the channel, Ebomi and Justin Opinion are the ones responsible for getting me hooked on older Smith & Wessons. And Ebomi, I would say, helped with the 10mm situation. So thanks again. Please check out their channels, and we'll see you on the next one, guys. We're out.